Good day everyone. This report discusses about the concepts of obligations and contracts. It explains how contracts are agreements between parties and how these agreements create specific responsibilities known as obligations. By understanding these key concepts, we can see how contracts help organize and regulate personal business relationships, ensuring that each party knows their duties and responsibilities. What is contract? Contract is the meeting of the minds of the two persons whereby one binds himself and gives some respect to the others to give something or to render service. Contract, ito yung written or spoken agreement sa isang employment, business, or partnerships na intended to be enforceable by law. It outlines what each party promises to do or provide what they will receive in return. Dapat both parties ay mag-a-agree sa nakasulat sa contract. Example, sa apartment. Sa apartment, nag-agree ka sa landlord to pay rent monthly. While yung landlord naman is nag-agree na patirahin ka sa apartment niya. Kapag may isang hindi sumunod sa contract, pwede kang mag-take ng legal actions since pareho kayong nakapirma sa kontrata na yun. In a contract, meron din tinatawag na consent. That means both parties willingly and clearly agree to the terms na nasa contracts. Naintindihan nila kung ano yung nakasulat sa contracts, kung ano yung mga agreements na nasa contracts, and nagbigay sila ng approval without being forced by the other parties.
Example of a minor being incapacitated to give consent could involve a situation where a 15-year-old is under the influence of drugs or alcohol and is unable to understand or communicate their willingness to engage in a particular activity. In such cases, the minor lacks the capacity to provide informed consent due to their impaired states. Incapacitation due to insanity or dementia refers to a state where an individual is unable to understand or make informed decisions regarding their own care or legal matters. In such cases, consent is not valid as the person cannot comprehend the implication of their choices. Legal frameworks often appoint guardians or representatives to make decisions on behalf of those who are incapacitated, ensuring their rights and needs are respected.
Deep mutes who do not know how to write. When dealing with deep mutes individuals who do not know how to read, particularly in legal matters, there are important considerations to ensure they are not disadvantaged and their rights are protected. Incompetent under guardianship. In legal term, a person deemed incompetent is considered unable to make decisions for themselves due to mental or physical limitation. When this happens, a court may appoint a guardian to act on behalf of the individual who is often referred to or ward.
So, object certain. So, object certain is the subject of the contract, meaning kung ano yung saklaw or kung ano yung clauses to be pledged with by both parties doon sa contract na pinag-uusapan. So, kung yung sentences is merong subject and predicate na parts or structure, same with contracts, they also have subject matter on their clauses where it contains what is needed to be achieved based on the obligation or responsibilities of the parties in the contract. So in object certain, there's also an aspect of tangibility and intangibility within the subject. So we will expound those things. First is things. So things is basically the tangible elements that can be a subject within the contract. So for example, it can be money, pera, assets or liabilities, properties, provisions, and supplies. Yung mga nahawakan. So anything within the spectrum of being able to touch as long na yung other parties involved sa contract talks about something na yung condition within that things is possible or yung pwedeng makuha. So, pag-usapan yun ng ibang report. Second is rights. So, in a general aspect, no, parang it's funny to think that contracts also covers rights since everyone has the entitlement for rights. But when you think about it, there are situations where parties needs to also consider the rights of each, especially in a working environment terms to make it more clear for other parties to understand the boundaries within the contract. So, pretty self-explanatory. Rights are legal privileges of any individual and it can be applied to contracts where it needs one or both parties to be within legal terms of agreement. So, kunwari, sa working environment terms, parang kailangan ng contractor mo or kailangan ng boss mo na nagtatrabaho ka within the 8 hours. Pero rights mo din as a worker na yung 8 hours na yon is yun lang yung working hours mo na dapat nagtatrabaho ka. Parang it's up to you kung magte-take ka ng overtime or hindi. So yung overtime paid yun. Pero yun lang yung hinahanap sa'yo, 8 hours lang. So yun yung parang mga saklaw ng rights sa isang contract. So last is service. So this is the intangible product that's to be expected for both parties or one of the both kung yung isa lang yung may dapat gampanan. So again, pretty self-explanatory. Servisyo is the action of doing work or obligations for the other. So if you want the other party to do something for the legal goal of the contract, then set that service to be the subject of the contract. So for example, balik tayo sa example ng working environment terms. Parang ang hinahanap sa'yo ng sabi nating boss mo, kasi meron terms and condition naman kapag papasok ka ng trabaho, hindi lang naman basta-basta apply yan. So, parang ang ina-expect niya sa'yo is, kunwari, nagpa-apply ka for service crew, yung kontrata mo is, yung condition doon is ina-expect ka na gumawa ng trabaho na saklaw sa service crew. So, para pwede kang mag-bus, pwede kang mag-serve as ganyan-ganyan. Yung mga serbisyo na ine-expect sa'yo, yun yung gagampanan mo. So, yun yung parang ibig sabihin ng subject matter na service.
An object certain must have the following requisite. A. Object should be within the commerce of men. Ang mga bagay ay maaaring ipagpalit, bilhin o benta ay bahagi ng ekonomiya at lipunan. Importante ito sa pag-unawa ng karapatan sa pag-aari at sa mga responsibilidad ng bawat individual sa transaksyong ekonomiya. B. It should be real or possible. Dapat ang isang plano o ideya ay dapat totoo o may kakayahang mangyari, hindi lamang haka-haka o ilusyon. C. Object should not be contrary to law. Na ibig sabihin ay may mga bagay o transaksyong dapat sumusunod sa umiiral na batas. Mahalaga ito upang manatili ang kaayusan sa lipunan.
Cause. It should be why of the contract or the essential reason which moves the contract parties to enter into contract. It must have the following. A. It should be in existence. Ang cause ay dapat totoo at umiiral sa oras na ginagawa. Ang kontrata, hindi pwedeng isang bagay na hindi pa nangyayari o isang haka-haka lamang. Halimbawa, hindi pwedeng gamitin ang pagkamanalo sa loto na hindi pa nangyayari bilang dahilan para sa kontrata. B. Should be licit or lawful. Ang cause ay dapat legal at hindi labag sa batas, moralidad o mabuting asal. Halimbawa, hindi pwedeng ang dahilan ng kontrata ay ang paggawa ng illegal na aktibidad tulad ng drug dealing. C. Should be true. Ang cause ay dapat totoo, hindi isang peking dahilan o kasinungalingan. Hindi pwedeng ipasok ang kontrata na nagsasabing magbabayad ng malaking halaga kapag hindi naman talaga ito totoo.
Perfection of contrast. Civil Code Article 1319 PER2. Under this provision, a contract is considered perfective or completed only when the offeror knows about the acceptance. This implies that the acceptance must be communicated to the offeror, and the contract is not binding until the offeror becomes aware of the acceptance. Number 2. Code of Commerce. Article 54. In contrast, under Code of Commerce, the contract is perfective from the moment the acceptance is made regardless of whether the offeror is aware of it. As soon as the offeree expresses acceptance, the contract is considered binding. The critical factor here is the moment of acceptance. rather than the offerer's knowledge of it. Main difference. Under the Civil Code, the contract is not perfective until the offerer knows of the acceptance. Under the Code of Commerce, the contract is perfected as soon as the offeree accepts the offer, even if the offerer does not yet know about the acceptance.
Contract stage. First generation, ito ay klase ng process upang makagawa ng unang draft ng kontrata, kasama na rin dito yung pag-aayos ng mga terms and condition. Ito na yung magiging gabay sa agreement between sa mga partido. The generation stage is crucial dahil nakalagay ito ng pundasyon para sa isang contract, sisiguraduhin din dito yung draft ay malinaw. Second is perfection. Ang perfection ay tumutukoy sa isang kontrata kung magiging legal na act may patutupad, kumbaga mangyayari lang ito kapag nasa essential elements at nandun at pareho na itong napagkasunduan, kaya masasabi itong perfecto at nagiging legal na may patupad. Third is consummation. Ito ay tumutukoy sa pagtupad o pag-complete ng mga obligation na nasa contract. Ito yung magkaparehas na partido na gumawa ng mga napagkasunduan na tungkulin, kaya masasabi itong kontrata at kompleto.
We have 4 characteristics of contracts. Una ay ang obligatory force or character of contracts. Ang obligatory force or character contracts ay tumutukoy sa legal na nangyayaring mga kasunduan na ginawa sa pagitan ng dalawang partido. Sa sandaling mabuo ang isang kontrata, karaniwang kinakailangan ng mga partido na tuparin ang kanilang mga obligasyon. Ang konseptong ito ay batas sa batas ng kontrata na nagbibigay diin na ang mga kasunduan ay dapat igalang. Pangalawa ay ang autonomy of contracts. Ang autonomy of contracts naman ay ang idea na hanggat ang mga tuntunin ay sumusunod sa batas, ang mga partido ay may malayang makipag-ayos at tukuyin ang mga tuntunin ng kanilang mga kasunduan nang walang intervention mula sa labas ng mga partido.
Characteristics of contracts. Number 3, mutuality of the contracts is a legal principle that requires both parties to a contract to be bound by its terms. Itong kontrata na ito ay dapat valid at maipapatupad para sa parehong partido, at ang mga tuntunin ng kontrata ay hindi maaaring ipaubaya sa kagustuhan ng isang partido. Or relatively of the contracts. Relatively of the contracts states that the contract's effects are limited to the parties involved, as well as their heirs and assigns. Ito ay hindi nakakaapekto sa ikatlong partido na hindi bahagi ng isang kasunduan.
Rescissible refers to contracts that can be annulled or rescinded due to certain legal grounds, such as when one party has been misled or coerced. A defective contract may be rescissible if it meets specific legal criteria, allowing one or both parties to seek rescission to restore them to their original positions before the contract was formed. Violable refers to a legal term describing a contract or agreement that is valid and enforceable unless one party chooses to void it. This typically occurs due to specific circumstances such as misrepresentation, undue influence, or lack of capacity. If the affected party decides to affirm the contract, it remains valid. If they choose to void it, it becomes unenforceable.
An enforceable contract is a legally binding agreement that, due to certain effects or issues, cannot be enforced in a court of law. This means that even though the parties may have agreed to the terms and agreement may have been valid at the time or formation, no legal basis or walang kaukulang ebidensya. Void means not valid for both parties. An action, documents, or transaction which is valid of no legal effect whatsoever, an absolute nullity. The law treats it as if it had never existed or happened.